Music producers, what's good? This is a video you guys are gonna love. So this is 2 new ways to find rappers in 2022. I haven't seen anybody talk about these yet. These are 2 new ways that you can find rappers in 2022. And truth be told, this is something that I was just going to update and put in the course and just put it, like, keep it in the course and never really talk about it on YouTube. But I was like, yo, like, my goal is just to flood YouTube with like the most amount of sauce and gems for selling beats online. So it's like, I'm just gonna give it away for free. So these methods are gonna be completely free. You don't have to like buy into anything or whatnot. This is completely free. And this video is gonna be worth every second of your time. And speaking about time, right? With these new ways in 2022 that I'm gonna show you today, I'm not going to tell you to go to SoundCloud and spend hours just filtering through rappers who record with like potato microphones and don't take this stuff serious. Like it's just, dude, like it's so much time and it's such a large waste of your time. Like either you have time or money. And when you're first starting out, you don't have the money to delegate these tasks and buy somebody else's time to do those tasks for you. So you have to spend your time doing all these tasks to make that money. So since time is money, man, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys to filter through 10,000 SoundCloud rappers to find one person. Like I'm trying to find the most efficient ways for you to use your time. So that's what we're here to do today. So let's get into it. And we're even gonna talk about sales messaging. So a little bit later on in the video, we're gonna talk about like when you first message an artist, like kind of what your overall frame should be when you start a conversation. And I think that frame is gonna be really helpful to you guys when I give like examples of what I mean. And yeah, I think that's a whole part in this video. So we'll get back to that later, but back to the actual video where we're going here. So as always, these videos are long. They're like 30, 40, 50 minutes. It's a lot of your time. I just said I want to be the most efficient with your time with these methods. So this video, I'm also trying to be efficient with your time and give you the most gems that I possibly can within the next 20, 30, 40 minutes. And it's just, dude, like I just don't fail with my advice. Like that sounds so cocky and just stupid and kind of douchey, right? But just what I've been able to help people with this past month of me coming back onto YouTube and making these videos around heat, it's been insane. Boom, you are God appreciated. But seriously, so like literally guys, like I'm about to hit 50K views and 500 subs and 1,000 plus in sales in just a couple months after starting to sell beats. Everything I learned in terms of marketing is from you, bro. Appreciate your content so much. Dude, I'm literally watching your videos for probably 2 weeks and got my first sale. You are the GOAT, my brother. The amount of gems you get on this channel is insane. Always giving us that sauce, man. You really are the best producer channel. Yo, this is genius, but I haven't thought about this. So yeah, like I just let the comments speak for it. Okay, so like I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to deliver you the most value ever that you probably ever got on a beat selling video on YouTube. Also, if you want to learn more about selling beats online, please check out our free masterclass given by Robin Wesley. That is the first link in the description below. So if you found this video helpful, I guarantee you're gonna find the masterclass extremely helpful. Also, our Discord is now open to everybody. That's just not, we do have some restricted channels and access for our CCS students. And I'll tell you right now, after the masterclass, we are going to pitch you on our paid course. I have no shame in that at all because it works to sell beats online. Also in our Discord for our CCS students, just so you guys are aware, every month I'm doing a $25 gift card giveaway. So check that out if you haven't already. Now, before I give you guys the gems, I want to give you guys my thought process on how I found these methods. Because if you know my thought process of how I went into this stuff, you could find your own methods and find out ways that work for you. Just because what's gonna happen is the second I make this video and put this online, more people are gonna know about these things. It's not that they don't work anymore, it's just there's gonna be more competition within these 2 methods. What that means is like if you have the ability to think for yourself and just kind of understand the thought process, you can do these things and find your new methods. Well, you're gonna have like really no competition, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of like that whole analogy of like, if you just give a man a fish, he can like eat for 1 day, but if you teach him how to fish, he can feed himself for the rest of his life. So kind of that analogy, right? So just a few questions that you need to like really think on. And if you don't know these, you need to start understanding rappers and how they think. So what I want you to do is like think about what rappers do with their music. Like literally like super simple. Okay? Where do they promo their music before it drops? Social media. Super simple, right? Everybody's been doing the IG method for years now of searching through hashtags, but that's just, it's such a long process. It's so tedious. And like you type in like hashtag unsigned rapper and it's just graphic artists and producers and just It's just really, it's just so much filth and junk you have to get through. Then you have to think about where do they release their music. SoundCloud's one of them, YouTube's one of them, but those platforms are free to get on. And so with SoundCloud too, you're back in kind of thing of where you're sorting through a lot of junk and you're dealing with people who are on like potato microphones. So it's kind of a little bit tricky there. And you have to also think like what separates somebody who cares about their career versus somebody who's really a not serious artist. And I'll break these down more and more as we go into these methods, but I really want you to like, that's how I think about these things to find these methods. With these methods, and just overall in general, there's no excuses to not be able to sell your beats online other than your beats aren't good. Like that's like the only way you're not gonna sell beats online is if they're terrible. The reason why I say this, and like make such a bold statement pretty much, is because Robin Wesley, the founder of Heat, he sells what I call baby making beats. Like in the style of the 1990s. This guy's been making a living from it for a damn good, too long, if you ask me, right? Too long. For like baby making beats. Like, hold on, let me show you guys. Like I pulled this up so we could like go over this. All right.
For the hottest R&B instrumentals, you gotta holler at.
I mean, it's really good, but it's like, it's baby making beats for like the 1990s. So you can do it too. I don't care what you want to produce. There are artists out there who will buy your beats. Because if he can do it, you can do it too. So with that out of the way, my goal of this video and giving you these methods is so that way within the next week, you can get a sale, or at least get really, really close to one. All right, so the first method I'm gonna show you guys today is what I call the overflow of artists. And let me explain this more. It'll make sense once I show you guys this and show you guys the numbers. So although your TikTok may not be blowing up, and hey, if it's not, watch that video of how to double your followers as a music producer, because it works. Watch that, it will help you a lot. Even if you're not blowing up, there's a lot of other producers out there who are getting insane numbers and blowing up and having artists duet their beats. So what you need to understand is even though they're not duetting your beats, you can still access all of those videos of people who are making the duets. So whatever your genre is, start searching hashtags until you find big producers or one big producer on TikTok. So yeah, guess what? You gotta put a little time into searching for hashtags. Honestly, it's not that hard. If you do drill, do hashtag drill producer. And then on TikTok, you can filter through by like most liked in the past month, in the past year or something. If you do boom bap, hashtag boom bap producer, hashtag boom bap. Literally, don't overthink these things. It's gonna take you like probably 5 to 10 minutes to find somebody, probably less. So like, I'm not really asking you to freaking go through like IG hashtags of trying to find good rappers. No, just find these big producers that you can filter through and find pretty easily. So if you do boom bap and like soul samples or whatnot, more like, I guess like J. Cole, kind of that style, Beats by J Black is an awesome guy who you should look into. So all you do is you find the video, and this is on desktop by the way, but on mobile, it's gonna be right below the video. It's gonna be the original sound. All you do is you just click onto it. So if you're on the mobile, it's gonna be like right here. It's gonna say original sound with the username. So you click onto that. Now, when you click onto that, you are gonna see all the people who duetted that video. And so if it's a producer making a beat, it's going to be rappers rapping that beat. So as you can see at the top here, it even shows you how many videos there are. So there's 805. So although I said you have 805 rappers to reach out to, yeah, there's an NBA video right here, but still, right? This isn't like IG, where you sort through like hashtag unsigned rapper, hashtag dope rapper, hashtag boom bap rapper. And you have to sort through all these bullshit like graphic designers and producers and random people, right? When you look into this, this is probably like 90 to 99% of these duets are going to be other rappers rapping. Just because who else would duet the video? So there's gonna be stuff like that where they just use the beat because it's a really good beat in their video, but it's going to be a majority of rappers. So what's the best practice now once you find these videos? Well, by the thumbnails of the video, I would only click onto the people who have like a decent camera setup. So if the screen's like, if in the thumbnail, like the person duetting it has like a black screen, or it's like very low light, or just looks like bad quality, I probably wouldn't click into those just to save myself some time. It might be a potential good artist to work with, but just like right off the bat, I think that's the most time efficient way, is just look at the overall quality of their recording from the thumbnail. The second thing is to, when you're at the profile, look at people who are actively posting, because that just shows me seriousness right away. If somebody's been grinding out TikTok for the past month and they've been on it like every day, that's somebody who's actively working towards their goal. If it's somebody who pops up here and there every other week or every other month, that person probably isn't really serious about it. They might be, but still, like the people who are actively doing it are gonna be the most serious in my opinion. The next thing that I would do is engage on their content for about a week and comment. Make sure like you have a good name on TikTok. You shouldn't be like Jake X05603. Like make your producer name or something. Just because even with my numbers on TikTok that we pull, like there's still people who comment and they just comment on every video and I just remember their name. And so like people will remember the comments. So I would say for about a week, just like comment something genuine on their posts for the next week. And then shoot them a message on TikTok. And if their IG is linked, I'd actually rather you send the message on IG. But if it's somebody who's like really small on TikTok, but maybe might have a larger following on Instagram, it might not be a bad idea to shoot them a follow on TikTok, just because it's gonna be easier. You're gonna have more visibility in their TikTok inbox since they're smaller on TikTok, if that makes sense. I think that's a pretty big gem there too. So now, messaging artists, right? This is kind of the sales messaging that I wanna get into. So I need you to understand that these people are not buying your beat because it's an MP3 file. They're not buying a beat because it's a WAV file. Okay, what they buy from you when they buy a beat is they are buying a top hit that is charting on Spotify and having record labels reach out to them. Okay, like let that sink into you. People are buying your product because it brings them closer to their dreams and their desires and their wants. Do you get what I'm saying there? Like artists aren't buying the MP3 file. They are buying your beat because it's going to play a crucial role into giving them a top hit that's charting on Spotify and having record labels reach out to them. That's their goal. That's a very general goal. I mean, that might not be everybody's goal, but still, like that's, if a rapper had a top hit on Spotify and was getting record labels to reach out to them, I don't think anybody would be upset about that. So to give you guys an example of this, right? Our course, the constant conversion strategy, we're not selling you 30 plus MP4 files that you're gonna download and watch. We technically are, but that's not how we pitch it to you, because you don't want that, right? What you want, what we sell to you is the opportunity to start making a living from your music and to be able to work on your music every day and feel like you're not working at all because it's your true passion. And also what I think happens here too is a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not comfortable like being salesy. And so you don't have to be salesy to be a salesman. You can also just have straight up conviction. And what I mean by that is if you're not comfortable with saying that your product is going to give somebody the best chance at receiving the results that they want and desire, why the hell are you even trying to sell it? If you don't believe that your product, that your beats, if I don't believe that our course is going to give you the best chance at selling your beats online and making a living from your music, I would not be making these videos. Because if I don't believe in it, how can I sell it to you? You know what I mean? The reason on why I make all this organic content, why I put so much time into this organic content, why I work for Robin, why I'm a part of Heat, why I promote this course in each and every video front and center, is because I know it gives you the best chance at getting the results that you want and you desire. I really want you guys to understand that if you don't have that belief in your product, then why are you trying to sell it? like I said, the reason on why I promote our course so much is because I know that it can get you results, because there's so many producers who share their results and say, hey, this works. Literally, it works. That's why I do this every week. That's why I promote this course, is because I'm not ashamed of being the guy selling to you, because I know it's going to give you the best chance at getting the results that you want. And that's what you need to be when you message an artist and you talk to an artist, right? You need to have that belief, that conviction that your beat is going to play a critical role in helping that person reach their goals. And if you don't, then you really need to think about, why are you trying to sell your beats online? Because if you're just doing it for money, right? In sales, if you're just trying to make sales because you just simply want commission, people can tell that and you come off desperate. Okay? But if you truly know that your product is the best option for somebody, it changes the game completely, and you don't feel uncomfortable. You feel excited, you feel happy, because you know that every time you do it, you're giving somebody the best chance at reaching their results. So for the second method, I want you to go where they post music. And I mean, I can't say I've watched every single video about selling beats online that's been released in the past year, but I've caught a good bit of them, and I've never heard of anybody mention this method. And like I said earlier, right, when I gave you those questions earlier, and I thought about those questions, that's how I got to this point. I just kind of reverse engineered it a little bit. Like I said, when you have those questions to think about, you can then start moving forward. So, I think this is pretty like something we can all agree on, but can we all agree that Spotify is one of the top places to find serious artists? You know, if you think about like YouTube and SoundCloud, they're cool, but artists actually have to put time and money into uploading and releasing their music on DSPs like Spotify, Apple, and Tidal, right? There has to be like an upload process that's a few steps long, and you have to pay money to get onto those streaming services. So time and money means more effort, which means higher quality people, because the lower quality people are gonna be like, yo, like I don't want to spend $20 a year on Spotify. I don't want to go through that time. Like if somebody was to spend $20 a year to reach way more people, potentially, then why would they pay you even $25 for one beat release one time? You know what I mean? So, you may not know this, which means that you need to do more research about artists and rappers to understand how they really think and how they really operate, but being playlisted on a DSP, such as Spotify, is one of the best ways to help promote your music and gain some traction. So, now you have to understand, how do artists get playlisted? Because playlisting is an important thing for an artist. So sometimes it can be random. Like there's like small playlists here and there. Like me and you have playlists, right? And we might find a dope rapper and we put them into our workout playlist. That's really not going to get them streams. It's probably a good signal with like the Spotify algorithm. But you know, it's not like it's like a main. It's not like this is like what's like Rap Caviar is getting playlisted with these people, right? So like that's a life-changing playlist. That's only for like the top people who are already getting a lot of streams. But like me and you, right? We have playlists, but then in the middle, there are these people who have their own playlists they have built up, and they are called curators. And so curators are essentially people who have like bigger playlists, and they simply accept and decline submissions for artists who want to get onto their playlist. So simply, all we need to do is find the curators, and then once you find them, you are going to find their playlists that they upload new music into, that artists are submitting into. And why I love this method, and why I think it's gonna be awesome for you guys, is because curators, first, they ensure quality control. Okay, curators who have a large playlist, they're not just going to take anybody, even if you do pay, because most playlists, from my knowledge, they do charge you to be placed. I could be wrong on that, but what I've saw from my research is in order to get placed in like some really good ones, it is going to cost you some money. Now, with that being said, most curators also are still focusing on quality control, because the whole point about a playlist is, if you have a big playlist, right, you need to have people actively listening to it. And if all you do is you take money from people that have dog shit songs, people are going to be like, yo, this isn't even good music, I'm not going to listen to it. So the curators are ensuring you quality control. Even though that some are, you know, paying to be there, there's still quality control there. Unlike something like YouTube or SoundCloud, where you have to search through and anybody can upload. So the reason why I like the playlist method is because curators are actively ensuring quality control. And also what that means is that with most playlists having to charge for you to be placed, that means that artists are showing you that they are reinvesting or investing into their music career and their marketing. So they're more serious, they're more quality artists. Hopefully that makes sense. That kind of felt like a long explanation, but it felt like a needed explanation just because I know some of you guys, this might be like completely new, like left field stuff. So essentially what that means is that if we find these playlists, we find high quality artists who are investing in their music. So here's what you're gonna do. You are going to go to Google and you are gonna search the genre you produce. I'm an idiot with a typo, nothing new here. It's always a typo in the video, wouldn't be me if it wasn't. Genre you produce, Spotify playlist submission. Now, what you do when you Google this is, once again, you're gonna find all these curators and you're going to find their playlists. And then all you simply do is you listen to the music and then you search up these artists on Instagram to find them. I guess we'll do trap. So we'll do trap, Spotify. I was gonna do like hip hop, so trap, Spotify playlist submission. So now this is going to take some time. I know the name of the game, right? We're trying to do this to find artists who are more serious. So it is gonna take some more time to go through these blogs and find these playlists, but the whole point is that we're investing our time into a lot more of an efficient way to find these artists. So you can see this playlist was embedded. So all we're gonna do is just click the Spotify tab. So it's gonna open up at Spotify. I didn't realize that trap can also not be hip hop. So this is actually breaking trap, dub, and bass house. But this website looks good. So menu, playlists, discover playlist by genre. Okay, cool. So we'll do hip hop rap. Cool. So under the radar, up next, that's cool. Obviously you don't want to do something where it's like great hits by highly educated artists. I don't know what is that even, what? I don't know. You want to try to avoid stuff that's really popular and mainstream because it's gonna be really hard to message people who like are already famous. So we'll click open this one to see what's in this one.
Your blessing don't mean I'm never stressing. It means my situation's trying to make it home on here, but arms to my chest when I got some enemies, they the same people that's drama. Need a hero to be my T'Challa.
You guys see what I mean? Like now you're working with a lot more professional artists who are so high quality.
Ceremony 6 feet under Shirley, not on feet. There were broken heart.
So we have Neek. Now the thing with searching these names is like this might be really broad. So there's Nico, which I don't think this is the same guy. So we're just gonna Google the name of the song, which is Forever Ever. So Neek, Forever Ever. And as we can see, what we want to do is we just want to like find this person's socials and see if we can find a link that connects to his Instagram or something. So Twitter, IG, there you go. So then, okay, so sweet. So they call me, he already follows them. So you guys can see, right? 3,600 followers. Like this guy is also super dope. And he's like super reachable. And like I said, like this is high quality stuff. Like,
Fivefold, gratitude and gratefulness more worthy of work. It's not the here and now, it's what's forever.
like it's good music, bro. So yeah, so it is gonna take a little bit of your time, try to find some of these playlists. I just gave you guys like an awesome website that I pulled up before. So yeah, so like you can see like it took a little bit of my time to find somebody, but it's way more efficient than SoundCloud or Instagram, right? So lastly, with everything being said, if you guys found this video enjoyable, please check out our free masterclass. There's a lot more gems to be found in there. Peace out until next week.